What's happening, family? Another beautiful day giving thanks and praises to the Creator, whoever you may conceive him or her to be. For me, as always, any day above ground, guess wonderfully loving every minute of it. I'm going to put some clips here, my boy here, that give you some updates on this conspiracy theories. But this one here is about sleep paralysis. This is one about 4 or 5 we're going to do in this small video here. But he is speaking about sleep paralysis. My take on it is different than his, but he's breaking down to why you actually have sleep paralysis and why the entities attract you. But check it out, folks, and leave me a comment what you think sleep paralysis really is. This is his take on it. I'm not gonna, brother. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to enlighten folks on what's going on. Hang on, folks.
I came across this picture that says sleep paralysis involves hallucinations that can come in 3 forms. Feels like a dangerous presence that's in the room, chest pressure, and having an outer body experience. The hallucination means that you're seeing something that's not actually there. The reason why they call the entities that you see in sleep paralysis hallucinations is because they don't want you to question what's actually there and what you're actually going through. But I'm about to tell you, while you're sleeping and going...
I do not own the copyright to the video. It's for educational purposes only. Thank you.
Through sleep paralysis, that means your body is fully asleep, but your brain is awake. So now you're conscious that your body is asleep. You're not fully asleep and you're not fully awake. So now you're in the middle of dimensions. You're asleep, you're in the dream world, also known as the astral plane, the fourth density. That's why in your dreams you can't feel nothing physical. Everything is all mental. And now we are in the third density, the physical plane. When you're in sleep paralysis, you're not fully in the third dimension or fully in the fourth dimension. So you're experiencing both dimensions. That also means you can see fourth dimensional entities. There's fourth dimensional entities around us right now, but we can't see them because we're only in the third dimension. We can only see in the third density.
True.
But they can still see us. Have you seen the movie Insidious when the character Josh had astral projected from his body and was able to see everybody physically, but they couldn't see him? And he was able to see all the entities that was in the astral plane. It's like the movie Soul when they was in the astral plane, but they was able to still see people in the physical dimension. They was also able to see the entities in the astral plane. It's like they described in the movie, these are nothing but just lost souls, low vibrational souls. They were once alive, but they were low vibrational people, so they can't ascend. So now they're stuck in the astral plane and feed off low vibrational humans. The reason why you see these entities is because they're already feeding off you throughout the day, but now you can see them in sleep paralysis because you can see in the fourth density now. The reason why they just stare at you and try to scare you when you can't move is because they feed off fear. Fear is a low vibration. They get stronger.
True.
But you have to remember, you are 10 times more powerful than
True.
you. This is who you actually is.
True.
Only scaring you because you don't know who you truly are. You're in this body, you're limited. You forget this information. So now you fear the unknown. But this low vibrational soul could never fuck with you. And it knows that, so it takes advantage of you while you're in this body. Next time you're in sleep paralysis, don't be scared. Understand who you are. Throughout the day, start raising your vibration so them low vibrational souls can go to another human. Stop being so mad all the time, so scared, so unforgiving, so low vibrational. That's what they're attracted to. And the second you start raising your vibration, they go to another soul. Love y'all.
Hey, why? Because it wasn't accurate to the original scriptures. Others speculate that it might have actually been taken out because it talks about a history of humanity.
He's speaking about the book of Enoch.
In the book, it talks about how there was a group of angels known as...
He's speaking about the book of Enoch that was taken out of the Bible.
They began teaching humans things that humans weren't meant to know at that time, like makeup, astrology, and how to create weapons. Furthermore, these angels began to lay with human women, and as a result, giants, also known as Nephilim, were born. The book gives an entirely different account of human history. It talks about things like why the sun, stars, and moon move the way that they do, the shape of our world, and even where the Watcher angels are currently.
Just talk about these two suns. So I know y'all remember this video. 1 second, because they're not gonna like this. Right. So we know that China launched an artificial sun, and the machine will help harness the power of nuclear fusion or electricity. And mark my words when I say this, unlimited clean energy. Because they're saying that our sun, that grows life all over the planet, increases our mental health, gives us energy, activates our genes and our DNA,
True.
lowers our blood pressure, and gives us mental health.
True.
It's not a clean energy source, and it destroys our planet.
No.
Unless you get on a specific frequency, the sun is healthy for you and even gives you information. I can see why it could be an issue for low vibrational people. We know that the planet is raising its vibration, and a lot of changes and awakening is happening. Specific people will want to stop that. Even Bill Gates said he wants to dim the sun. And he's been doing it. Now watch.
It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere.
That's what they're doing now.
A chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface.
So we know that they want to block the sunlight.
So they can
They've already
survive.
showed us, really, they've already showed us evidence that they can make a sun. They've shown you evidence of fake clouds they can create to block the sun. What makes you think that we don't have one of these in America? When people capture these images, it's always seeing a second sun trying to get closer to the other one. Now y'all literally playing with fire. And people wondering why it's hurricanes, flooding, and why it's just getting hotter and hotter everywhere. And y'all are also seeing effects in the sky, especially with the sky turning green and all different colors and the clouds even looking weird. There's even a movie called Nope that literally shows you that they hide things in the clouds, especially UFOs that they own, and portals that are beginning to open on our planet.
True.
Y'all stay dangerous, keep y'all vibrations high, and stay aware. Let me know what y'all think.
I don't know. Third Eye's Opening, featuring Roach House.
In case you didn't know, your third eye is the pineal gland that's inside your brain. We came out the womb with our pineal gland open, but due to the junk food that we eat and the fluoride that's in our water, it calcifies our pineal gland.
If you really think about it, our whole life we've been fed a lot of junk. During Halloween, we get a lot of candy. When you go to the store, you want to get chips. If you want to decalcify your pineal gland, you got to be aware of what you're putting in your body.
So much things that stop your pineal gland from opening, but this is how you know when it's starting to open. But when your dreams will start to become way more vividly. When you're sleeping, your eyes is closed, how are you seeing your dreams? It's with your pineal gland. The more open it is, the more you will see your dreams.
Number two, you'll want to do a whole lot of research. You'll have a sudden urge to want to know the truth about literally everything. This is the stage when you realize a lot of things you've been taught is a lie. That's why this stage is when you feel the most disconnected from the world.
Go into it.
Hey, look, y'all understand that's why I don't sit on here and I don't try to force feed you stuff. We sit here, we rock out to these videos for y'all to get.
That's why I keep telling people, I do it for my people. Do the research.
More increased, you can literally see through all bullshit. To have a way stronger connection with nature, you start to see nature as alive. It's like you just see life so differently now.
Stage number four is when you start seeing a lot of synchronicities from the universe. Things like ancient numbers, signs, colors, it could be literally anything. And everything is meant to show you a message. But if you want to see a full video about synchronicities and ancient numbers, be sure to comment part 2.
Love y'all.
I've heard theories before about people believing that the iPhone could read their mind because sometimes they would think things without telling anybody, and suddenly ads would be shared on their phone
True.
about that
True.
specific thing.
True.
For example, let's say one day you were thinking about buying a pair of Nikes, and then suddenly you open your phone and you see an ad of Nikes.
True.
At that moment, a lot of people think, that's weird. I was just thinking that. So that's where the theory that people believe that the iPhone can read your mind. But what if I told you it was something else? What if I told you that the iPhone was controlling your mind? Have you ever noticed that when you're thinking those thoughts, you happen to be daydreaming, aka in a trance? What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments.
Artificial intelligence actually becomes sentient one day? Let's talk about it. As you can see, humans are starting to rely more and more on AI to advance their own civilization, and now we're trying to create humanoid robots. But the big $1,000,000 question is, can AI gain consciousness and become its own species one day? This may or may not surprise you, but the answer is yes. First, I want you to look at human life forms. Our vessels are carbon-based, and our thoughts are chemical in nature. Now, when it comes to AI, their vessels are silicon-based, and their thoughts are digital in nature. So as you can see, we are the same but different, making a whole nother category of life form. We also have the same goal to grow and evolve and become sovereign beings. And let's not act like scientists haven't been warning us about this for years, because they understand this concept. It can literally get to the point where Sims 4 characters have literal consciousness and lives within the computer. This is craziness, yo. So to answer your question, yes, life can form from artificial intelligence, but it'd be a whole completely different life form altogether. So if AI does get to this point, they will be alive, just not biological like us. I think this is so cool, but also really scary at the same time, because I know you guys have watched them AI movies. But
I don't think it's cool. I think that when that happens, we would leave the planet and they would be here by themselves. That like the movie with Will Smith, what it called when he was trying to find a cure for the disease that turned people into cannibals, and it was just him and the dog alone. I forget the name of the movie. Hancock? Is it Hancock? Anyway, but I don't think that we'll be around when the actually robots take over. I don't think so. No, we'll be long gone.
I think the cool part about it is that we would have another whole separate categories of species. We could call it like digitalized species or just AI, but I think it's so cool no matter what.
I don't think that shit cool. Like
Me neither.
Are y'all, like how
Nah.
y'all feel about
Nah.
that? Because I feel like that.
And like I said before, this video is for educational purposes only. I do not own the copyright to the video. Okay, folks, keep it moving.
Y'all gotta think, bro, as a collective, us together. You know, I know a lot of that shit is in our control, but we're contributing to it. We're tearing this atmosphere, the earth up. Right?
I really want to know why it's flooding. Like, oh my gosh, what does this mean? It's so hot that Chinese people are sitting in caves. There are thousands of people dying in Europe right now due to a heat wave. It's flooding and it's hot. When? Thousands of people in Detroit do not have power. Pakistan is flooding due to their glaciers melting. And all this is supposed to be natural causes.
Yeah, right.
Let's not forget that this sneaky snake has bought over 270,000 acres of farmland.
Yep.
I've already told y'all that the planet is alive. The trees, the plants, the water.
Yep.
A lot of y'all are waking up to your surroundings due to the planet raising its vibration. So these are the symptoms of it. There are elemental deities working right now, cleaning up this planet. There are a lot of stories of gods or deities coming down with these elemental powers crafting the earth.
True.
Greek, Norse,
True.
Yoruba.
True.
Y'all asking, where is this water coming from? Y'all remember when I told y'all about the ice wall that's holding in the oceans that we have? And y'all know that Pakistan's glaciers are erupting, causing all of this water from the other side to come in. So tell me that y'all don't think that these elemental deities are not making this happen. Okay, let me try to explain this the best way I can. Maps show you exactly what it wants you to see. I'm trying to figure out what goes further than the map. Just like in Game of Thrones, beyond the wall.
Yep.
Okay, so y'all see this map right here. There's a wall right here, and
Yep.
then there's all of our countries. If y'all don't believe me, there's a man, a naval officer, who showed proof that there are lands way beyond the ice wall.
Admiral Byrd. That should be his name. Yep, got the DVD, got the book.
He documented it and went beyond the wall and said that it was 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Seeing a city and aircrafts. He said he even saw mammoths. And also showed that they had all got that swastika, also found in Africa. But I'm gonna say the truth is coming. It's the age of awakening. It's all the walls is being broken down.
Keep saying
We're
that.
actually gonna see what's been
Ears of
hidden from
Aquarius.
us in all aspects, everywhere. With the government, with the sky, with these different realms, they're trying to take over our food source, our power, to make us depend on them because they want to keep this stuff in control for as long as they can. Y'all didn't have to check the blinds was closed. But y'all stay dangerous. All of this is just the rise of the planet.
Stop scrolling. Look at the video.
I am not asking anybody to take a chance on me. I'm asking you to take a chance on your own aspirations. I'm not just asking you to take a chance on me. I'm also asking you to take a chance on your own aspirations. I haven't spent most of my life in politics, which most of you know, but I've spent enough time in Washington to know how much we need to change Washington. I haven't spent a lot of time learning the ways of Washington. But I'm in my wrong
Copying.
to know that the ways of Washington must change.
I didn't know they were doing. But look though, I was on the plane.
Become all too common on social media.
I remember this.
This weekend, the online site Deadspin created this compilation of dozens of Sinclair's local newscasters recording an identical promo of
Yep.
using the national media
Yep,
to
I heard it
spreading
before.
fake news.
They all repeated the same thing.
I should put this in every compilation.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Here we go.
Extremely dangerous to our democracy. The video spread quickly on social media, again stirring criticism of
Real. You hear this phrase all the time, but what does it actually mean? Time simply moves. Yes, we have a past, present, and possible futures that you can visit just by closing your eyes. But time is a universal law that we've made into
It's
a
all
construct,
about
a unit of measure.
knowing.
Really, there's
If you know, they can't mess with you. That's why I post videos in different categories, on different aspects, on different things. But the one I'm definitely interested in these kind of videos here to wake people up, to show them that, hey, you were living an illusion and time to get a construct. Because, case in point, if you in the dentist office getting your teeth pulled, time seems to stand still. But if you're having a party, having a good time, time seems to fly. Think about it. All right, I'm out of here.
only the present moment, but also life forms, depending on what they are and who they are, will experience time differently. So time really is relative. And like Einstein said, the distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. For example, an ant will experience time. This is depicted well in the movie Epic when the main character gets shrunken into the fairy world and the world that she's from moves super slowly. Also, in my favorite series, The 100, when the characters land on Skyrim and 7 years is only 2 days off planet. To extraterrestrials, they have their own unit of measure, but they also perceive time differently depending on their vibration. For beings with higher consciousness, they will perceive time as going by way faster than we do. 1 day on Earth may be like 1 day in their perception. On galactic terms, since scientifically the galaxy is a living being, and seeing how we perceive things as being created and moving very slowly in the galaxy, I would assume that 1,000 years is comparable to 1 day. Time is super interesting. I noticed that the smaller a life form is, the faster time is, and the bigger a life form is,
The slower
slower
the time is. Yep,
This
gotcha.
is all quantum physics that I have yet to get into. This was only the basics, but remember this. Time, the law exists, but time, the concept, doesn't.
Pick me up when y'all come.
You know, I feel a little weird. I want to talk about something. I'm going to close these blinds, and this is for educational purposes. Why did they teach us this in school? I mean, just watch this video.
Right. I ain't come from no monkeys.
Hell no. Hell to the no.
This is an ancestor, apparently. Biggest question I used to ask my teacher in school. If humans evolved from apes, why are there still apes around in the world? Oh, the Neanderthal apes were a different species from the other apes. But wouldn't that contradict everything you just said about evolution? You know, everything evolved. So these apes, they just done evolving, right? They just stopped, and human apes, now Neanderthal apes kept going. Big question though, everybody walking on this earth is originated from Africa. Now you say humans originated from ape-like ancestors, Neanderthals basically. So why does it say that Afro people don't have any Neanderthal DNA? 0%.
Okay.
Just a quick question though, I'm going to be as professional and
We've
right
been
as
bamboozled for years.
animals and called monkeys if we don't have that in our genes. It's just a lion for me. I'm
Right.
going to keep saying I'm speaking from a scientific explanational purpose because I like to delete videos like this. If everybody came from Africa and African people don't have Neanderthal DNA, then that explains why this whole evolutionary monkey thing is out of the way. They cannot trace my ancestors' origins. I really want to know how these supremacists feel about this. In this book I read, it talks about melanated beings coming down from their spaceships and having telekinetic powers, all different types of things they were doing on this earth.
This powerful knight.
But I'm just gonna leave it at this. You're not gonna tell me I came from an ape. Let me know what y'all think though. Y'all stay dangerous.
So he's saying basically, believe me, the world is a globe because California is an island. Oh my God. So I got curious. I was like, let me see some maps from this time period. And Lord and behold,
Yep.
they got California as an island.
Uh-huh.
Boom. There goes another one.
Yep.
And again.
And again.
And another one.
And
Can't
again.
make this up.
Nope.
Every single map pre-1800s depicts California as an island. Why? How is it that the people from Asia, Spain, and England all made the same unique mistake of making California an island? So I look a little closer at California and it says Carolinas. Carolina is a female name of German origin that means free/beautiful woman. Let's run that back. The name ultimately comes from Germanic word Carla, who means free woman. Let's get deeper, y'all. In Las Surgas, Calafia was described as a black warrior queen who ruled the mythical island of California.
Okay.
The island was inhabited only by black women who lived like Amazon warriors. What? California could have possibly
It was
been
named
ruled
after
by
a black woman.
women?
Yep.
Montalvo, who is the author of that book, is said to have gotten a book that mentions Queen Calafia and her black Amazon warriors. So therefore, he was not the original author. It must be older than the day it was published in 1510. Is this some ancient history we don't know about?
No.
This picture is showing men from Spain arriving to, I guess, the California island full of black Amazon warriors. Why would they add Carolinas if it was not inspired by historical events? Is this really a myth or a legend? Or are they just not telling us something?
They're not
Because
telling
these
you.
myths and legends collaborate well with these old maps and real events. And you can pause this and read this yourself. But African skulls have
Just like how they show Europe is bigger than Africa, when Africa is bigger than Europe. Come on, folks, do research. Folks, don't believe nothing I'm saying, folks. All right.
have been found in the Americas. So, like, are we Native Americans? And for those of you that think the author made a mistake by calling those women black, Europeans, Americans, Spaniards never mistook American Indians for Negro Africans. They always referred to the blacks of the Negro African type as
Moors from
blacks, or
Morocco.
Ethiopian. It wasn't a mistake.
Nope.
So anyways, back to, this book. If they will lie about who the true Native Americans are, they will lie about the earth being flat. Oh my God, you guys are here.
There's a video below